Today, I'm going to tell you about one of the biggest heists in European history, if not the biggest in modern history. What's strange is that the thief is most likely no, but extremely powerful, to the point that even the intelligence agencies of Europe's biggest countries are afraid to confront him. The story begins like this. In the capital of Sweden in 2010, people were shocked and terrified. A large number of cars in the streets suddenly caught fire, and no one knew why. Police and fire trucks arrived, but they couldn't figure out how or why all these cars burned at the same time. Meanwhile, a few kilometers outside the capital, on the edge of the city, a group of masked men stormed the private residence of the Swedish royal family. Their target was the royal wing located in the southern part of the compound, which contained many valuable historical and artistic items.
As soon as they got in, they got to work. They disabled the security barriers, took what they wanted, and left. Of course, the alarms went off and alerted the police, but the thieves stayed calm because they knew the police were busy dealing with the car fires, which turned out to be a distraction they had created. When the police finally arrived at the royal wing, no one was there. The thieves had already taken what they wanted and escaped. The entire operation took about 6 minutes. They entered, stole, and left. The stolen items included sculptures, cups, plates, and a teapot, but all of them were priceless. Authorities consider the loss not only financially huge, but also a major cultural loss. Later, the police discovered that the thieves escaped on motorcycles, reached a nearby lake, and boarded a fast white boat that took them away. At first, security agencies remained calm because they believed the stolen items would be too difficult to sell and would be easily recognized. But they didn't realize these weren't ordinary thieves and that this heist. 5 months later, in Norway, masked men dropped down from a glass ceiling into a museum and stole vases and imperial seals. In 2012, in England, thieves broke into a university museum and stole sculptures and very valuable ceramic plates. In the same month, another museum was robbed. The heist continued until 2015, eventually reaching Paris. Thieves broke into the Fontainebleau Palace, a former residence of French kings, which contains over 500 rooms filled with treasures. They entered and stole very specific, rare items. What's strange is that all these operations followed the same pattern. Cars set on fire to distract the police, precise and fast thefts, and similar escape methods. But the most important detail is this. All the stolen items were of the same type, Chinese artifacts, and in Sweden, they were from the Chinese royal wing. In Norway, from the Chinese collection. In England, from the Easter Museum section. And even in France, they ignored everything else and stole only items related to China. It was clear they had a specific list, they knew exactly what they wanted and where to find it. They passed by extremely valuable items and left them behind simply because they weren't part of their target. At this point, international police got involved, as it became clear these were organized international crimes. But despite all investigations, they couldn't stop the robberies. Intelligence agencies began to suspect that there was a mastermind outside of Europe, a very powerful individual or organization. The question was, why steal items that can't? The answer started to become clear when they looked back in history. About 160 years ago, during the Second Opium War, British and French forces entered the old Summer Palace in Beijing, destroyed it, and looted thousands of Chinese artifacts. Those artifacts later spread across Europe and became part of museums and private collections. Over time, China began trying to recover its heritage. With the rise of a new class of billionaires, buying Chinese artifacts at any cost became a form of national pride. Prices reached unbelievable levels, vases sold for tens of millions, and small items for absurd amounts of money. But the problem is, many of these artifacts aren't even for sale. They're in museums or private collections. That's when a theory emerged, that wealthy individuals in China might be paying professional thieves to recover these items by any means necessary. Once recovered, the items are kept hidden in private collections, away from the public eye. There are even bigger claims that powerful entities, possibly even official ones, may be involved or at least turning a blind eye. In the end, to this day, there is no official suspect. Everything remains a mystery, and and the evidence is not enough. The real question is, how can all these heists happen in technologically advanced countries without anyone being caught? Did they really not figure out who's behind it? Or did they figure it out, but no one dares to say it?